Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back, guys, to my brand new video of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Mystery. Today, guys, we're in a brand new case that we left in the last one was Crimes and Punishment. We finished it. The ending was hilarious. It was really crazy. I didn't expect the ending like that, but hey, it just happened. I thought about the actual golden knife killed somebody, but it didn't. So yeah, today, guys, we are at the Abbey Grange affair, which is the new case we have at the moment. So let's see what's up with this case today.
The game is afoot, not a word. Into your clothes and come.
What the fuck?
I'll wait for you in the sitting room.
What is happening?
I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Oh God, no. Holmes received an urgent late-night summons from Inspector Lestrade. Something is wrong at the Abbey Grange. It appears to be a case of murder. Silver knife. Huh. Okay.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Where is it? This table? No. Uh-huh. This happened. The murder in Roman like only the high society, all known and remarkable archaeology is part of our nation surrounding benefit. Blah 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 blah. We finished that. But...
This is where I keep my post.
Oh, there's no letters? Wait, what?
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should...
Ah, this table.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter. The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Sure.
A wax seal with the monogram
E.B.
E.B.
Okay. Abbey Grange, Martin Kent. Oh, 3:30 a.m. Sheesh. My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quiet in your line. Expect for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it. But I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Audley there. You have been Inspector Lestrade. Wait, what?
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
We gotta see what the fuck is going on, man. This stuff is crazy, I'm just telling y'all. Let's see what's up with this. New case. Oh my goodness.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Okay.
Lady Brackenstall
Nice
awaits you in the
fucking
morning.
house.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall,
Nice freaking house.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall, Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Hi.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Oh, somebody beat the shit out of her, bro. I mean, like, Gold Rose, Nemo, Australian origin, vegan dress. Yeah, I mean, they're rich as hell. Odd bruises, wedding ring. Huh. Pale cheeks. What happened last night?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Is something missing?
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Not a happy marriage?
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time.
How did you... Bro, it's Sherlock Holmes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Interesting case, bro. Jeez. Newspaper. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls, as they are known, made their appearance by the way of brutal but successful into one of the wealthiest homes in Sydney. The police are already on the trail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including that one of the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all three men, and this will surely give the police the chance to complete their profile on this family of delinquents. We will take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about the highly dangerous band and to provide a full description that is available at this moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of three, a father and his two sons. The elder, Jack Randall, which is probably the guy who knocked her out, is a man in his 40s, already gray-haired, while of the average height and build. Being master behind the burgers, he retains control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad, shouldered with a small disposable head. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is of a somewhat weaker constitution, as in skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for the extremely brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert and may your beloveds stay safe.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Okay, so Randall is unknown, criminal identification. The robbery was faked and the whole story met another to blame surrounding his death and the Randalls. That's my own smashed the point of the Randall gang. Wait, what did he say? I'm dumb? Wait a second. Holmes, good is no memory has been a happy one for the one time to deny. Is there necessary? Like I told you, I'll tell you then, sir. And about 10:30. I sat in the room. I'll tell you the book. Please go on. Wait. Yes, madame, it is. Before I went upstairs into the dining room, blah 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 blah. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me with such a blow with his fist and I fell unconscious on the ground. And then, when I came to myself, I found a chair. He fought with initials. Yes, I think he had heard them before he holding his stick. Initially, one of them, the elder one, struck him with a terrible blow. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had been withdrawn. Their brain and the rest came to me. They weren't still anything. Yes, I found it. The marriage was unhappy. One. Blah 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 blah. What did Holmes say? Worse than that. Nothing special here. But the murder in the room was bad, but that just for that. Sure, so we have those things. They're fighting there. Tall, they have the family. Okay, let's talk to Teresa.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Okay, let me just paint a picture of you for a second. Eyes, wrinkles, nothing else. Nothing else. Wrinkles, hanky, smell, social caring, working hands. Okay. Last night?
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw three men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Okay.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Okay, do we have anything else we can... Oh. Picture. Scratches.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame. This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Interesting. Let's see a small table here. Photograph. In the back. Wait.
This photograph of Lady
Yes,
Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a
But
port.
which one?
But which one? So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Interesting. Nice. Okay. That was an interesting statement, Holmes, you made. Perfect. Anything else here? I think we are done with this room. Amazing. Okay. Case is interesting. Really, really interesting one. Let me just dialogue. Okay, but first of all, we have not so many people left. We have like them two, probably the killer, the victims, the three of them, and then maybe one more case, and that's basically it, and the game is over. Well, interesting. Okay. Not quite 25, it's from a wealthy Australian family. She has been married for a little more than a year. She has, in all probability, suffered physical violence over the course of the last fortnight. The lady lives in a solitary lifestyle. Okay. And this one, there's attached to her mistress, and she known her for a considerable time. She's the only resistance at the Abbey Grange, cooking for serving and nursing Lady Brand. She will not hesitate to protect her in the event of any trouble. Okay, let's open the safe.
My mistress is very tired. Can't you allow her to her room?
No. Can you open up a safe?
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it.
Well, if you don't want it,
Your ladyship.
I will then.
Let us try to open
Of
this
course,
safe.
bro. I'm Holmes.
This
I know
safe
everything.
can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Huh? Huh? There. Beautiful! Oh, money.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
But why didn't I take the money?
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
And the medical report. Sir Estes, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of a haptic decomposition. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was stained with yellow. There is a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. And there are the lung ulcers that we have discussed. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by an alteration to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by an excess of alcohol. Oh, that includes the tremors. Your liver seemed extremely hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of involving cirrhosis. There are also signs of escape of fluid in the perineal cavity, which are evident with your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left rib indicates a pancreatic malady, which may lead to fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lower your self-control and heightens your aggression. I'm available to help you with these problems. There are a number of treatment options. You're using this, and you can write the specific icons. Okay.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have.
History of violence.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
Interesting. This could also possibly mean that no, okay. This could also possibly mean that the murder was set because they wanted his money, or not just because of money, but because he was abusing her and he was on balance. I don't know. We gotta see that, guys. But in the next episode, this was an amazing case. I love it. Pretty cool, pretty dope, pretty amazing one. Interesting one. I love to see it. If you want to see more Sherlock Holmes, please leave a big thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to see previous cases, you also have every single one on the channel, so you can also see other ones before we started this one, the new one. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, please leave a big thumbs up and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one, probably tomorrow. Love y'all, and have a nice evening, morning, or afternoon. Peace.